Hey everybody, I want to give you a little weather update now as we are now into Wednesday night. It's a little before 10 o'clock Eastern time on the 8th of December as I'm recording this. My main focus is going to be on the upcoming storm for Friday night, the winds that will follow on Saturday, and then almost a December heat wave coming next week. We'll talk about that as well. I want to start though by saying the storm that's coming Friday for us, mostly Friday night, is going to be more of a spring-like storm. There will be a winter element, but it's northwest of here. And we already have winter storm watches posted for portions of Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, back into Nebraska, where there will be heavy snow and wind. But this is not going to be a winter storm for us. It is going to be a spring-like storm, actually. So we're going to show you some of the models. This is a European model. I think I have all of these set for 7 a.m. Saturday morning. You can see the low track up near about Chicago to Rockford. Heavy snow north of it. For us, we're in the warm sector, which means showers and some storms. Again, this is during the early morning on Saturday. This is the GFS, projected for the same time. It's a little bit faster. It would have most of the rain out of here by Saturday morning, the snow to the north. And then this is the Canadian, also a little faster than the European. And I believe these two are probably closer. I think it's going to be a little faster. But the track is very, very similar. The snow band, and it will be heavy, will be in the Great Lakes. And for us, it's going to be a rain event, maybe some bigger storms, and wind. There'll be a lot of wind that follows, and we'll talk about that in a second. Speaking of wind, this is projected now for 7 a.m. on Saturday. These are winds higher up in the atmosphere. It's basically, if you have stronger winds aloft, you have more support maybe for some stronger storms, and you can see some of the strongest winds are centered right over Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. So this storm will have a lot of energy to work with. What we call wind shear will be available as well to help spin up some storms. So again, all of this probably for us will be coming late Friday night during the overnight, and should be over by Saturday morning. I wanted to show you this. This, we call it CAPE. It's basically the amount of energy in the atmosphere. This time of the year, you don't necessarily need as much of this storm energy because a lot of the storms this time of the year are driven more by the upper level winds, the shear. And in this case, those numbers are decent for this time of the year. You'll see this is at about 9 p.m. Friday night, and then this is at about 1 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning, and the numbers drop off a little. So the target time for us, if we run into stronger storms, probably 8 p. to midnight to 2 a.m., something like that, because the storm should start to weaken and move out of here. But those numbers are high enough with everything else we're looking at for some storms in the area from Friday night into early Saturday morning. Now, there's also going to be a wind element to this. Now, what you're looking at here is projected wind gust. These are not in storms. This is just wind gust. This is about 9 p.m. Friday night, and we're showing wind gusts over 40 miles per hour all across this area. So it is going to get windy. This is now for 1 a.m. Friday night into Saturday morning. As the cold front passes through, there could be some wind gusts approaching 50 miles per hour in the area. So it's going to get windy for everyone, whether you have a storm or not. And the wind will stay with us for a while. This is now projected for around 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Still have wind gusts around 40 miles per hour. So the wind is going to be there. It's going to usher in colder air. There's going to be a big change in the air mass on Saturday. So regardless of whether you get caught under a storm or not, we're still talking a lot of wind with this. And the winds will diminish some late Saturday, but it's definitely going to be a windy and a colder day on Saturday behind the storm system. I showed this in our video last night. Basically, we call it the significant tornado chances or parameters. Basically, what this is going to show us is where do we have greater chances, maybe seeing stronger storms that potentially could be tornado producing cells. 8 p.m. Friday, this kind of highlights southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, into Kentucky, Tennessee. Those areas, that's what we're really looking at as far as the greater risk. Then as we head through the overnight hours at 4 a.m., you'll see we kind of shift that over in towards South Kentucky into portions of Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, where there might be a little bit better chance. I do think the storm has the potential to produce some tornadoes. Right now, chances are probably a little better south of here, but it's something we'll watch. And then those chances will go away as we go into the day on Saturday as the storm rapidly moves off to the east. So it'll have all of the elements of severe weather in it as it moves across the area, the Mississippi-Ohio Valley, and we'll have to keep a close eye on that. That all comes for Friday night. Pretty much it's a Friday night event. It's over by Saturday morning, then windy and turning colder. Colder is relative because it's still going to be okay, but it will definitely be a lot cooler for the weekend. But it won't last. This is almost like a heat wave in December. This is now projected for the middle of next week, and I wanted to show you this because we quickly come back with the temperatures. This is forecast for next Wednesday, the 15th of December. Basically what you're looking at here, we call these heights, the thickness of the atmosphere. Basically the thicker, the higher the heights, the greater the chance you're going to have warm weather. And when you see that red blob right over the Great Lakes in Ohio Valley, I mean, these numbers that we look at are really high for this time of the year. And that translates into very warm weather here and cold weather on the West Coast, as you see out there. For example, this is projected for, again, next Wednesday morning, the 15th of December, the temperature anomaly or the temperature difference from where it would be normal. And it's, I mean, it's extremely warm across this part of the country. I'm zooming in for you now. This would show temperatures in this area, in Indiana and Illinois, of approximately 30 degrees above normal at 7 in the morning next Wednesday. And west of here, you know, you get into portions of Missouri, we're approaching 40 degrees above normal. So it's going to turn cooler for the weekend for sure, but we're going to bounce right back, and it looks like some really warm weather will come in by the middle of next week. Now, that could set the stage for another round of some storms late next week, and that's something we'll be watching because I wanted to show you this. This is longer term now. This is now the morning of Christmas Eve, and we talked yesterday in our video about the cold air coming out of Canada. These are actual temperatures now in Fahrenheit coming into northern Montana, just north of that in Canada, of 15 to almost 20 below zero. So we see signs of cold air developing. How quickly does it get down into the country? What part of the country does it go to? We'll watch that, but this is projected for Christmas Eve morning coming into the northern portion of the Rockies. So I want to wrap up by showing you our immediate forecast for this area. And for us, you can see the storms will be likely and showers for Friday night and very warm, near record highs. Windy, that icon you see for Saturday is wind. It's a windsock. And temperatures cooler, but still above normal for the weekend. And then we bounce right back up and look at next Wednesday. And we're talking 65, and it might even go higher than that, even with some cloud cover in the area. Again, that may set the stage for more storms late next week. Bottom line, a lot going on, from the rain chances to severe weather chances Friday night to wind Friday night and Saturday, and then to another bounce back to possibly record high temperatures by the middle of next week. So lots going on. We'll keep you up to date. We'll have another update for you tomorrow as we get closer to Friday night and the possibility of some of those storms moving in.